So today is my 35th birthday. I'm 35. I'm closer to 70 than I am to being born. It was kind of weird. There's a lot I've wanted to do with this channel that I haven't done, and birthdays for me are kind of like a period of self-reflection more than just celebration. And I want to talk about what I've been planning with this channel and what didn't happen and what I wanted to happen and what I'm gonna have to do to change it. But let's also do a little bit of celebration as well. So I do have something for this celebration. I don't really do birthday celebrations, but I kind of have something that's kind of special because this is YouTube and all. Let me see if I can find it. Here we go. We can see what that says. 1984. This bottle of wine is as old as I am. So this bottle of wine, like myself, is 35 years old, and I'm gonna open it up and we're gonna taste it. Probably not gonna taste any good. I'm gonna cook some chicken with it, at least, so I can kind of do that. I've been wanting to be more active on YouTube for a long time, but I kind of had no mandate. I would make something, and my goal was actually for last year, 2018, was to do one video every month. The truth is, much like this old bottle of wine, I've been sitting on projects that not even I really enjoyed, no one enjoys. I have collected all this really cool footage for years. In those projects, they haven't really done anything for me. I've edited several of them as Instagram files, but I noticed that it's just you enjoy it for that day and then it's gone. It goes into the ether sort of attitude. So I want to start doing something multiple times a week. I'm going to try sometimes daily because I've had all these ideas and I want to turn them into hour-long productions. And the reality is I want to be able to have the confidence where I can go take on some project and do it today versus mentally build it up as this big thing in my head. So this particular bottle is from the Bordeaux region of France, so fairly fancy stuff. I don't expect it to be any good, but it's kind of a risk. My actual plan is I'm gonna cook some chicken up with this guy. It should be good for that. There's some funky stuff in the cork in there. Now, you can probably tell I haven't opened up too many bottles of wine. It smells like wine. That cork went down really easy though. Oh shit. So, the cork went down. Not a huge problem. Now, believe it or not, this is what I've been instructed by people who are much more knowledgeable about wine than I am. When you open an old bottle like this, you're supposed to let it sit and oxygenate. It absorbs carbon dioxide. I don't know the exact chemical processes, but it's a process. So I'm going to let it sit for a couple minutes in this larger jar. Actually, I gotta say it smells kind of good. So, I'm just going to pour a little bit. Now my friend who is French and very educated in the subject, he told me I should give it 10 minutes and just kind of see how it looks. So, smells okay. Wow! I was expecting that to taste really bad. That doesn't. It actually tastes really good. I mean, I'm not a wine snob, but I'm actually very impressed by that. Wow. Wow. I gotta say, I've had a lot worse wine than that. That's actually pretty damn good. So I wanted to talk about this whole YouTube project and what I've been planning with it. My goal was to turn it into like a monthly series where These are things that I've been writing about but never published, or made videos but never did anything with, or took photographs and never did anything with, that I really think YouTube would have been the perfect spot. I've been wanting to start like a blog for 10, 12 years, and I write a lot, but I didn't think it's the format. I'd rather use the YouTube format. That's fucking good. Well, I gotta say, that's pretty nice. It tastes kind of a little tarty, but that's okay. And Thing is, every time I take a drink, because I'm such a colossal lightweight, I'm gonna get more and more incoherent. But I may get drunk and drink this whole entire bottle of wine on this video right now. Probably not for the good thing. The truth is, I actually very rarely drink. This is the first wine I've had since last summer, and actually thinking back, it's probably the first alcohol I've had since last summer. Alcohol never really appealed to me. I didn't when I was a teenager, didn't really when I was in my 20s, didn't really when I was in my early 30s. So I've never been drunk in my life. I don't really intend to. If I actually feel like I'm getting drunk, I'm just going to quit doing this because I don't like that feeling. But it's kind of a neat flavor, and what's so cool is that, like I say, it's the hassle that someone went through to get this. And how I'm trying to link this to my project is I've gone through many hassles regarding capturing video and writing things down, only to never have someone else consume it. So I've been wanting to do a lot of cool videos about fitness stuff, about kettlebell stuff, bodyweight stuff. I am going to absolutely 100% do my thorough review of Kettlebell Simple and Sinister, of Karen Smith's Refine, and then of some other ones that I've read but didn't do the 8-week program just because I was already busy. But I want to review them as their as a book form. And I've got at least 2 more on top of that, maybe 3. And if you're a kettlebell practitioner or a trainer and you have some program and you'd like me to review it, like I'd love to review it. I don't want to blow a couple $100 to review everything. And oh shit, there's a fly in my fucking drink. Oh, fucking fly, don't you fucking fall in it. Now, what I've always admired about winemaking is the fact that it's such a huge pain in the ass. The fact that people take this specialty grapes, this specialty, knowledge, and they make this wine only to lock it away for some unspecified period of time. This wine they probably intended to be drinking by 1987 or 88, and here I'm drinking it in 2019. And I like that. I like the idea that this artisan person made something. That person may have passed away by now, and here I'm enjoying it. And how I link that to my projects I've been working on is I've been taking photos and even videos since about the year 2000. And many of these never found anywhere. They're my personal memories, but there were things that I wanted to do that never did. There was footage that I shot and never used. So this whole YouTube channel, which I've had for well over 10 years now, I didn't really do much with it. Last year, my goal was to do 12 videos, and it didn't happen. I did a couple videos, but I think the problem was, by me giving myself a month to do it, I made this mountain out of a molehill. It should have been a quick 2 hours, get my point across, and not have to go get random stuff and think it's never good enough. Part of anything creative that I do is I actually have very low self-esteem regarding creative work. Not necessarily who I am, but anything I do, any painting I've made, any drawing I've made, I'm very harsh on myself. I always think it's not very good. It probably isn't very good, but I think it's a lot worse than it really is. And I think part of that is just like that's how creatively I think. So I always focus on how can I make this better, how can I make the next one better, which means I don't do the first one. And I think with this YouTube stuff, I haven't been doing that. Now, Casey Neistat gave himself, on his 34th birthday, he gave himself a mandate to create something every day. And the act of creating something every day, I think, was brilliant for him because he had to go and come up with something and then not blow it out to, oh, I could do that tomorrow, then the next day I'll get this. No, today's all you got. And I admire that, and I actually want to do something like that where I want to do a series of videos about a wide range of subjects that personally interest me. Maybe they'll interest you. You can subscribe if you want. You don't have to subscribe. This is free. You know, YouTube's free. You don't have to pay for any of this. I want to tell you all about my business. I want to tell you about the fitness stuff I've been doing. I want to tell you about the art that I've been experimenting with. I want to tell you about the political stuff on my mind. I want to talk about the future. I want to talk about body politic. I want to talk about technology. We're at the cusp of a technological revolution, which is going to change our lives every bit as much as the internet, every bit as much as steam power, every bit as much as an industrial revolution. We're going to see this over the next 10 years. So I think it'd be a fun thing to talk about. And basically, I just want to, I need a mandate to create. For about a year and a half now, I gave myself the mandate that I had to put something on Instagram every single day. And it ended up kind of consuming part of my thought process, where every day I had to think, what am I going to do today? What am I going to do today? And I find myself on the lookout for things to shoot. I find myself on the lookout for stories to tell. I find myself thinking consciously, I have to do this, and I can't put it off till tomorrow because tomorrow's another one. So I want to do something like that with this YouTube thing, and I want to be able to do a completely self-contained video within, you know, maybe it's only 3 or 5 minutes long. Because the other thing was, the nature of every video I wanted to make was about an hour's worth of video that was condensed down to 10 minutes or 7 minutes. The first time I filmed the Kettlebell Simple and Sinister video, I think I had 90 minutes of footage, and after watching it, rewatching it, and trying to edit it, it was junk, and I was so hard on myself, the hard drive actually deleted. But I've had some of these small little interesting things come up that I think would make a good 3-minute project, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to commit to every day, but I want to commit to several times a week. I want to commit to the fact that I can start it and end it within 2 hours, and not do a little bit today, a little bit tomorrow, a little bit the next day for some grander project. I need to be able to show a month that I've got 15 or 20 videos going on. That is tasty as hell. Serious. I was expecting this to taste like shit. This does not taste like shit at all. The other thing I was running into was the fact that every project I have, I want it to be in some sequence. And here mentally I'm working on one project, then something else comes up. And I think, well, I can't do that one until the first one's done. And the first one's a month-long project. When we had our fires, I got, you know, video footage, not anywhere close. I didn't get anywhere close. We got some like neat footage that kind of would have made an interesting story. But I'm thinking, oh, but I can't do, you know, a video on this because I got a video on this that's going to come first. So I don't want to sequence it. I do want to do a Throwback Thursday segment where I profile the past. I profile cool old shit that I've done, cool old shit that I have. If I'm going for a general audience, I probably shouldn't say shit and fuck so much, but kind of like, you know me, I do swear, so that was the other thing. I wanted to make this to where, you know, it's me expressing myself. Oh, goddamn. That is really good. I honestly, when I had this bottle, the owner told me that it's probably not going to be any good. I told my ones that drinking on my 35th birthday. And because I thought it wasn't going to be any good, I didn't have anyone. I was expecting to open this and just taste rancid and like disgusting, and you know, so like I don't want to have my friends sit there and drink like disgusting wine with me. I figured I'd shoot some stupid video with it, and I figured I'd just cook with it or something. And now here I am drinking it. It's like, oh wow, I have friends who are also my age who probably really appreciate this. The truth is, I've actually filmed a lot of stuff that I wanted to share, and then I never shared it. And I thought it's kind of a tragedy because it's like it goes bad. Unlike this bottle of wine, so actually, believe it or not, the whole premise of this video was going to be that this bottle of wine, this man put all this effort into making it, and then various people over the last 35 years have stored it in basements, and then it ended up not being any good. And then here I am drinking it, it's actually pretty good. So my analogy went to shit on that one. But it was originally going to be, you know, I'm putting time and effort into creating something only to show nobody, and try to put, I put it in my head. So really starting today, I'm going to create something pretty much all the time. And it's going to be a lot simpler. And then I figure I'd rather give myself only 2 hours and see the best I can do, and then give myself a month and never have it be good enough. And then eventually just try to improve those 2 hours with the production values and with my storytelling. And with, so it's going to be pretty neat. Expect some cool kettlebell reviews. I have like 4 I've been meaning to do. 2 that I've like outlined going to do. 2 more that are kind of like in the works that I don't really know quite what I want to tell yet. And then probably several more that I'm going to look into just because, hey, I want to be on a roll. I want to showcase like technology that I like, which isn't necessarily going to be the newest technology on the market, but just some things I like. Like this camera I'm using right now. It's the best damn camera I've ever owned. I've owned it for almost 6 years and I've loved it. It's going to be pretty neat. I hope that we're all going to have some fun. I think I'm getting a little drunk on the wine. I didn't intend to, and I'm such a lightweight. I am a colossal lightweight. This is probably, I've been refilling this glass. This is probably glass number 2 or something. I refilled the first one to halfway. That is actually quite good. I've had a lot of shitty red wine. Not a lot, but I've had enough shitty red wine to know shitty red wine. This isn't shitty. It's pretty good. This kills my whole point. YouTube's not going to monetize this anyway. There's no fucking way they're going to do that. Absolutely no way. This is not going to get 1 million hits. You guys like the Parker Lewis thing I did at the beginning? You remember Parker Lewis? That's right. It's been off the air for 25 years now. No one's going to recognize that sound. No one's going to copyright strike that. So actually what I started doing a couple days... So what I started doing about a week ago was... So about a week or so ago, I started to outline video ideas. And instead of trying to come up with 12 ideas where, you know, there'd be a lot of time and energy put into each one, then, you know, me saying it's not going to be good enough, I just tried to puke as many as I could down on paper. And I figured this would probably be something I should do every day. And I want to be in the creative pinch where I have to do something no matter how bad it is. Like this old that negative painting thing where I'm painting negative and then like I reverse it in the computer. I haven't done that in months. I need to do that. And that could be something I can quickly just go do. Like, hey, I'll make a video of me painting this painting backwards, and then, you know, it's kind of like a gimmick. But nobody does that gimmick. It's my gimmick. I paint backwards. And the thing about being a lightweight, it doesn't take much to get you drunk. And I'm already loud enough as it is. I'm a loud dude. So this little extra just kind of gets me to go from here to here. Seriously, this is tasty shit. Now, you know, think about it. This 35-year-old bottle of wine. Let's say it was 20 bucks in 1984. How much would it charge someone to hold on to it for a year? You know, holding on to a bottle of wine is not that expensive, but if it's $10 a year, it's $100 a decade. It's $350 to store it, plus $20 for the bottle itself. Like, that's close to $400. That's $400, you know, just the active storage. Storage isn't cheap. That's pretty cheap. I mean, if you ask someone to hold on to a bottle of wine in 1984, then came back in 2019 and say, okay, where's my bottle of wine? They're going to charge you a shit ton of money, because what a pain in the ass. Even if it's just in some basement somewhere. Basements are pretty big, though. They got big ones in France that the monks built. I'm getting drunker. Probably shouldn't do this on camera. So the act of doing a lot of stuff, hopefully I just force myself to produce it. And now the purpose of this isn't to share necessarily all of my life with you. This isn't a, you know, personal, in the life of Riley, where I go and I tell every little personal detail and chronicle myself as a biography or anything like that. I mean, that stuff's inevitable, but I don't want to do it. I want this to make about things that are on my mind. And things that I think are really cool or not so cool. And not necessarily even commentary, just, you know, things I want to share. There was a lot of stuff in the late 90s. A lot of it was lost on the internet, and it never became anything. And I want to tell that story. Like, you know, the first things I did on the internet was look up Legend of the Five Rings cards. I shouldn't talk about that. That's dumb. So anyway, folks, I hope you kind of liked my little rant. If you're interested in eclectic stuff, please subscribe. If you're not, subscribe anyway so I can have more subscribers. In fact, even if you don't really like it, you should subscribe anyway. Because if you subscribe, I can show like, oh, I've got a lot of subscribers, and then eventually YouTube can monetize it. Then eventually someone else, you know, will subscribe who does like it. And you don't have to watch it either. I don't really care. But if you do like it, check it out, subscribe. It's going to be pretty neat stuff. I'm going to show you my version of a merchandise store. It's actually what I do for a living tomorrow. I'm going to tell that story. And I'm not going to have all this wine in me, so it's going to be very coherent, very solid. But it's going to be pretty neat. So anyway, thank you very much. Happy birthday to me, 35 years old. That's pretty good.